don't fuck up and don't fuck yourself. I'm apparently Scottish Zoom. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rude Cooking School podcast. Yeah, that's it. We're doing it. I'm your host for the Rude Cooking School podcast, John Hauser III. And with me, who is not Scottish or the app called Zoom.
No, I am Evan the Mayor, and I am part Scottish, at least.
Are you really?
Yeah, on my mom's side. Clan Morrison.
Nice. Yeah, I started doing, like, just trying to be like, I'm a robot, but then all of a sudden the ghost of Sean Connery got in me.
All those Sean Connery bots.
Yeah. Hello, Miss Moneypenny.
I call it the Woman Slapper 5000.
Yeah. My name is, whatever my name was from Highlander.
McLeod.
I wanted to say Nigga Montoya as soon as I said my name is. And
what was his name in that movie? Because it was McLeod, and then he was in it.
Damn it. I know. Oh, my name is Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. Yeah, there it is.
Is that really his name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. I like how he's got a Scottish accent, but he rolls it. Ramirez.
Right. Ramirez.
Yeah, that fucking movie's bizarre. You know?
What, the first one?
The first one, yeah, it's super weird because, like, you know, you can take Sean Connery seriously. Clancy Brown's a great heavy. Christopher Lambert is just... he's not great.
He makes an excellent Raiden.
I am here to fight you. Juan Sanchez. He talks like this all the time.
Yes, he kind of does.
Yeah. There's a movie podcast I listen to called We Hate Movies, and they love to do movies with him, and they do a really funny impersonation of him, and it's hilarious. Listen to We Hate Movies. They're great. Okay. It's been a couple weeks. Last week was a mess. I had a really bad week, and
he had pee-pee in his pants.
I did have pee-pee in my pants. I had lots of it, but I realized that I had a really bad day because I didn't get to actually do any other work. Like during lunch, I didn't have a lunch break to edit what I was working on for the episode for that week, which will now be episode 300, I think. Because I had 50 pages of notes that I had to pare down. So we're going to get a big episode 50. I mean, episode 300. And I was like, well, I could just throw in a food news episode. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. I don't want to half-ass it. So let's just push it off. And now here we are. Also, I've also realized I've just got to have to record a couple episodes of just me, just reading some stuff to have like a break in case of emergency episode. Like, I'm tired of missing date weeks. It sucks.
Yeah, you're really bad about this.
It really grinds my gears. Oh, I'm bad about it? Oh, thanks. Yes, it's me. It's my fault.
Not the one who's skipping episodes twice back to back.
I didn't skip twice back to back episodes.
Uh-huh. You were sick, and then you got piss pants.
Piss pants. What are you talking about? We literally put out an episode on the 29th.
I know, but then you skipped an episode, we did an episode, then you skipped an episode. Now we're doing an episode.
Well, it's what happens when you get sick.
When you get pee-pee in your pants.
Yeah. Is that a sickness?
Incontinence? Yeah, I guess so.
If so, I am down with it. Anyway, speaking of sickness, I'm
down with the sickness.
Yeah, I had vertigo this week, and I was not down with that. That stunk. I had very, very mild vertigo, and it was really strange. It was like being drunk but sober. If that makes any sense.
Were you hit with like the Havana syndrome cannon?
That's kind of what it like. Yeah. Oh God, maybe I was hit with Havana syndrome cannon. There's so many people in my industry that are jealous of me that they're shooting me with Havana syndrome cannon.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Spiteful workplace.
But luckily our son has been at camp, so it wasn't like, you know, I could take a day and just fucking lay around and not have to, you know, do dad stuff. And so it was kind of nice.
You ever had vertigo on weed?
No, I haven't.
I think that would be horrible.
I don't know. It might actually have fixed it a little bit. Just zone you out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't bad. It was just like I was telling you earlier, it's like when you get a flu and your head feels like a balloon, you're just like really lightheaded. That's how I felt, except I was stone sober and my body felt completely normal. Like it was all my head. And went to the doctors and they were just like, yeah, sometimes it just happens.
Here's a Klonopin.
They gave me a medicine that I didn't take because by that point,
Flexerol.
I don't even know what it is. I haven't picked it up yet, actually.
A muscle relaxer.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm going to get the medicine. What's up?
All I get is blood pressure medication.
But I did get to go to Bunny's last night because we already had
again.
We had
Jesus, are you a fucking stakeholder now?
Pretty much. Our friends hadn't been, and me and Lana, since the kids out of town, were like, "Hey, let's go to dinner." And then they were just like, "Oh, well, we haven't been to Bunny's. Want to go?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." I got something different this time. I got the fried chicken cassoulet. Holy piss pants! It was delicious.
Did you pee your pants?
I did, pretty much. No, it was
peed your
awesome.
pants so hard you couldn't record.
Yeah. At the dinner table. So it was black eyed peas, onions, tomatoes, garlic, whatever, in like a cassoulet thing with pork belly. So that was the base, and then there was like breadcrumbs on top that were like heavily put under the salamander, and they were nice and like kind of charred and super crispy. And then they lay a whole leg of chicken, so thigh and drum of fried chicken on top of that. Good grief, man. It was so fucking good. I only ate maybe half of it. And it came out in a cast iron pan. It was fucking raging hot. Leanna got their special, which was a bouillabaisse, which was fucking banging. The other friend of mine got fried chicken, which, I had too, which was great. And then another friend got shrimp and grits, which I normally don't get out at places because a lot of places, frankly, just don't do a good job of it. And their grits were some of the best grits I've had in forever. Like, so fucking creamy and stone ground and good textured. Tons of cream, tons of butter. It was really, really, really good.
Wow. And
then pimento croquettes, which are fucking awesome. Chicken liver mousse, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Can't wait to go back.
I'm sure we'll hear about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's close and it's really, really good. And their drinks are really good. So it's like, when I find a place that I like to go there and support them. Mm-hmm. If I go to a place and it's not great, I'm like, okay, I'll wait a couple months and I'll go back. But this place is close and we've had the chance to actually just go. So yeah, why not?
Why not?
So yeah, that's pretty much, I haven't really done anything else. I mean, I've cooked stuff, but nothing that I'm like, oh, this was amazing. I was really upset last week. Last Sunday before Crosby left for his second camp, I was going to do ribs and I had these ribs that were, in a cryovac, and I opened them up and I was like, oh, those aren't good. I don't think those are good. I can't tell. But I couldn't tell, right? Like, they just smelled really gamey, and I was like, is it just the thing? Like, what's going on? So I was like, fuck it. I went out and I got chicken thighs. I was like, that's what we're going to have for dinner, but I'm going to cook these ribs and see what happens. And then put a rub on them, put some salt on them, let them sit for a few hours, and then, put them in the Instant Pot to tenderize because I was like, I'm not putting these things on the grill. I'm not making the effort. And then if they'd had came out okay, I would have, just crisped them up, put some char on them in the oven. But nope, they did not taste great. I was like, okay, maybe that was the cannon that shot into my brain.
I think another indicator was when they were fizzing when you took them out.
No, it's like effervescent ribs. Oh, maybe I got brain worms now. That's what it is. I ate that pork and now I got brain worms.
Yep, you got the trichinosis.
Pressure cooker would kill that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm a little worried now. I'm like,
Unless
oh,
your
shit.
ribs were infested
Maybe I
with
poisoned
tardigrades.
myself with that one little tiny bite of ribs I ate. That I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do
gross.
that. Yeah. So it was just an experiment to see what would happen. I do things like that sometimes. I was like, they ferment meat sometimes. Like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't good. But I was really bummed out because like normally like cryovac ribs will last in the fridge for a really long time, and they haven't been in my fridge for that long. I was just like, but what are you gonna do? How about you? What have you been doing, food wise?
Well, so my fiance is in Scotland. She left on the 5th of July.
She's being a Highlander.
She's She's
Juan
literally-
Ramirez, Villalobos.
She's going to sword fight with dead Sean Connery,
Yeah, there can only be one.
which basically means that I am in the house alone, and one of the
Furiously masturbating.
like blood is being drawn. But
Oh no!
no,
You're doing it wrong.
One of the topics that we broached on my podcast was like what happens when men are alone in the house, for days on end, like what they end up eating.
Yeah.
And most of my friends, it's just like, yeah, I make like 5 gallons of mac and cheese and just graze on it like the entire week.
Oh God.
Yeah, or
like this. I'm the most opposite of that.
make a shitload of chili mac and just like put it in the fridge and eat out of the pot like cold.
Jesus.
But
Fucking animals.
what I've been doing is I've been cleaning out like the pantry and the like the refrigerator and just eating everything that we've
So you've
got.
been mystery boxing yourself?
I'm going to make sure that every piece of food that has been sitting in that fridge is going to be empty by the time I leave.
Nice.
So as a meal, like I've just been having like components of food. So one meal, it was like a tuna fillet, pistachios, and a bowl of rice.
Oh my.
and the rice, this is brilliant. I took a packet of seasoning from a ramen packet that like we used the noodles for something else.
Yeah.
So we just had a leftover ramen packet. And
Yeah, I got a few of those.
I dumped it in the Instant Pot when I was making the rice, and it was fucking delicious.
Hell yeah. Oh, of course. I've done that before. It's so good.
It was the chili ramen too, so it was like a little spicy, and it had just
Nice.
that umami bomb in that rice. I recommend it for anyone else. And it was so good.
I like to bloom my ramen packets in butter before I put them on my rice, and
Oh,
it's
boy.
fucking really good.
But yeah, otherwise I've just
That's
been eating
awesome.
like all the little components of food, all of the like desserts that have been sitting in the freezer for years. I've got a Viennetta I need to eat.
You're like, oh, Viennetta, you don't even know what's about to happen to you.
I powered through some very gross coffee ice cream that like I forget it. I think it came from Trader Joe's or maybe Harris Teeter, but
What do you mean you powered through it? Why didn't you just throw it away?
because waste not, want not, baby.
Oh, gross.
Starving children in Ethiopia.
Okay.
But yeah, I still have a bunch of fish fillets I need to eat. I actually went to the store the other day just to get like food that I needed to use the components of food.
Yeah.
So I had like a tub of cream cheese. I'm like, all right, I'll get some bagels. I've got a bunch of cottage cheese that I need to use. So I got some canned peaches.
Wait a minute. Come on. You're just living the fucking pig life. It's great, dude. You're just like one thing feeds into another. You're like, well, I got some salt. Maybe I should just buy a tub of lard to fucking slather on bread.
I'll just pour the salt into some water and drink it.
Oh God.
No, so once the refrigerator is sufficiently cleared out, then I'm just gonna buy like a meal kit, and because I have, another 3 weeks till I go to Scotland, and
Okay.
I'm just gonna make single serve foods and not burden the house with anything that's gonna sit there while we're gone.
I think once you clear out the fridge, you should challenge yourself, and buy like a 5-pound tube of
ground beef.
Burger meat, and then just try to see how much weird shit you can make with just burger meat.
It's just chili mac. It's going to be 5 pounds of chili mac.
You're like, okay, so I got meatballs, I got hamburgers, I got big meatballs.
Right.
Yeah.
Flat meatballs.
I got kebabs,
patties.
sliders.
Dirty rice, clean rice.
I'm like the opposite of that. Like, okay, so I came home sick on Tuesday, not feeling well. And I was like, you know what? Because it was early. It was like 11 o'clock. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just order some food and just get something delivered. You know, I'm not feeling great. I'll just take one for the team and just do it for myself. And then I'm like looking through Grubhub and I'm like, all this stuff looks terrible. I don't want any of this shit. Or it's like $20 for one item, right?
Right.
And I was like, fuck this. And then I just went and got up and I had a pack of frozen, like I had like, you know, a thing that I had just put in it was a bunch of chicken breasts that I had put in a zip top back and then frozen all of them. I just threw them in there after I had put down like some liquid aminos, chicken stock, preserved lemon, chili flakes, hot sauce, Italian season, oregano, lots of crushed garlic, chopped up tomato, onion, and then something else. And then just threw the chicken breast on top of it. Did it for like, I don't know, 35 minutes. And then pulled it all, you know, like shredded it. And then let it sit in the juice. Because when something's so soft that you can pull it, if you take it out of the liquid it's on, it instantly just turns into rope.
Mm-hmm.
So you just let it sort of cool down a bit in the liquid. It's better to actually just let it cool down completely and then bring it up to temperature, but I didn't have that time. And then I just put it on a fucking a roll with Kewpie mayo, hots, and a little squirt of barbecue sauce, and it was fucking delightful. It was so good. And Leanna came home. She's like, damn, what did you order? It smells amazing. And I'm like, I didn't order anything. I cooked. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, nothing sounded good. All I really wanted was kind of what I made. So then for the next 2 hours, Leanna just would get up to walk past the kitchen, like get to walk past the stove. And you could just hear like, God damn, this is really fucking good. Like, yeah. Although yesterday, good.
I was going to say one of the other things I'm doing, I downloaded this game called Dave the Diver. It's a new game that you can play on Steam. Okay. And it's about this schlubby dude who lives in an island on an island economy who his friend has a sushi shop, and Dave the Diver goes diving, and you like catch fish and you catch like sea urchin and you harvest kelp and this and that and the other. And also there's adventures, there's story to it, but for the most part, it's you go diving, you get fish, you get sharks, you get all kinds of stuff. You go back to the sushi restaurant, and then you make sushi, and you sell the sushi. And it's like it's really fucking fun, and all the little sushi graphics are so fun and cute, and it's all like all pixelated and whatnot. It's wonderful. It's only like $18. I absolutely recommend this game. Especially, we were gonna do an episode about food and video games, and this is like a prime example of like,
oh, cool.
It's 1/3 of the content of the game is a sushi restaurant, and it's just very fun.
Nice. Have I told you about the EXO game I was playing? EXO-1?
No.
It's a game that I've been playing on Xbox. It's called EXO-1, EXO-1, and you're a ball. And there's like this really vague.
You like shoot through the atmosphere or something like that.
Yeah, it's super calming.
Yeah,
like, but it's got this weird undercurrent of like there's been a space shuttle destruction. Like I haven't figured it all out yet. It's a very short game. Crosby and his buddy sat around and beat it in like 2 hours one day, and I was like. They're like, hey, you need to. I'm like, no, I introduced you to the game. I want to fucking actually play it. Like, you guys just like leave me alone. But no, I played a little bit of that yesterday. It was really comforting. It's a very chill game. Like, you don't have to do shit except just make it from one end to the other. And there's nothing to fight. There's nothing to stop you. It's just really nice.
Yeah, there's definitely like danger sections in Dave the Diver because you are running on an oxygen tank and like you can definitely drown. You can definitely get eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
And there's like boss battles against giant squids and stuff. It's just a fun game. I just want to play the sushi part though.
Oh yeah.
Because you go and get all these little, seahorses and shit. Like you can just catch whatever's around you. And then all these recipes start opening up and you're like, whoa, look, shark head, roasted shark head stew. And then some, VIP customer will come in and be like, I have heard that you serve the best, jellyfish sushi.
Oh, no.
And then you get a rice farm and then you get a fish farm and you can open a second restaurant and there's all fun. It's fun. For $18.
It turns into civilization.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice. I think that's it for me for this week. We're just waiting for the boy to come home.
The boy.
Like, yeah, we're just like, I got nothing to do. We're just watching all these fucking TV shows and blowing through. Like we watched, balls. What's the new Seth Rogen show?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show where John can't remember. Platonic. That's what it's called.
What?
Yeah, it's a show on Apple Plus. It's really good.
Oh, that's why I've never heard of it.
It's him and Rose Byrne, who he was married to
in Next Door Neighbors or Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors, yeah. And it's really fucking weird and it's really funny. Watched all that. Watched the end. Well, we caught up on Yellow Jackets and a whole bunch of other stuff. But, just kind of that thing. Like just watching a bunch of shit that you just can't watch with a kid around.
I heard that Yellow Jackets got nominated for like all these Emmys or whatever, but like there's a writer's strike. So how are they going to have these award shows?
They're not. Well, I mean, the actors went on strike today. Like
it's a double strike.
They were doing the Oppenheimer premiere today, and the actors walked out of the premiere once they found out that there was a strike.
Oh, jeez.
Like what's his name? Cillian Murphy and whoever else.
Screw you, Christopher Nolan.
Well, he was the one who announced it, and he was like, "I'm really proud of him. Fuck these assholes." Like, yeah, it was Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy that pieced out. Damn, dude, I'm looking at the fucking cast in this. It's stacked. Cillian Murphy, Florence Pugh, Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Rami Malek, Jack Quaid. Wow. There's a lot of fucking people in this. Gary Oldman's in this motherfucker? Jesus, Kenneth Branagh?
I've heard there is a full-blown sex scene between Florence and Cillian.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that too. Oh, shit. James Remar's in this motherfucker. I'm definitely going to see it now.
All right. Okay.
You know James Remar. Come on, stop. Don't act like you don't know who he is.
All right.
He's Ajax from the Warriors.
Okay.
I heard they blow up an actual atomic bomb in that movie.
Yeah. They bought one for cheap from Russia.
Dude, for real though, like the last podcast on the left did a 5 or 6 part series on the making of the atomic bomb, and it's horrifying. Like it's real fucked up and it's really scary. Good Lord, what have we done to the world? Yeah,
blown it up, and now it's on fire.
Lot of skin sloughing off of people.
Sure.
Anyway, let's get into some food news. We're gonna start with a sad one.
Oh no!
Anchor. Nice. That's solemn. Anchor Brewing Company is shutting down after 127 years.
I saw this as a headline just like before we started recording, and I was like, I don't have time for this right now.
Anchor Brewing Company, which has long described itself as the first craft brewing company in the United States, has announced that it will close after 127 years in business. In a statement, the brewery cited competitive market conditions, economic factors, and the ongoing effect of COVID-19 pandemic. bullshit. Quote, in 2017, we implemented the acquisition of Anchor in order to expand our beer business in the U.S. market, unquote, Sapporo Holdings Limited, which owns Anchor Brewing, said in a statement. Quote, however, Anchor was significantly affected by the impact of the novel coronavirus, and such impact was particularly prolonged in the San Francisco area, unquote, also bullshit. Quote, as a result, Anchor sales have significantly decreased. Bullshit. Over the past several years, we implemented a variety of measures to improve the business, such as releasing new products, product renewals, and making brand investments, the statement continued. However, Anchor's business performance continued to be sluggish since it would be difficult to improve profitability. In the medium to long term, Anchor decided to commence the closing. According to NBC Bay Area, Anchor stopped brewing beer and will package and distribute its existing inventory. Its tap room, Anchor Public Taps, will also remain open through the end of the month as it works through the beer it has on hand. The company's 61 employees were informed of the brewery's pending closure on Tuesday. I will say that the 61 employees actually didn't find out from the company. Most of them found out through the San Francisco Chronicle. And they are a union. So that's probably the main reason why they closed it down.
No way. Not possible.
Yeah, then they'll just put it out. They'll brew it in fucking, I guess, Japan or somewhere else that Sapporo owns, and then just put the name on it. Quote, more from the pieces of shit that closed this place down. Quote, Anchor is grateful to its employees who exude so much passion for the Anchor brand. Sam Singer, a spokesperson for the brewery, said, quote, Anchor thanks them for their commitment and all they have done to build and care for this beloved brewery. End quote. This was an extremely difficult decision that Anchor reached only after many months of careful evaluation. We recognize the importance and historic significance of Anchor to San Francisco and the craft brewing industry, but the impacts of the pandemic, inflation, especially in San Francisco, and that's probably what it is. They're probably excited to sell that fucking brewery for like $1 billion.
Right.
Because there's probably some tech bro who wants to make Skittles flavored fucking, IPAs or whatever the fuck.
How many other breweries have we heard of, like named breweries that have closed because of COVID?
None. They have a union, and the fucking like money that can be made selling the real estate is through the fucking roof. That's what it is. I guarantee you that's what it is. They're going to sell that fucking brewery the day after it closes, because there's going to be a zillion tech bros who live in San Francisco who have ruined that fucking city, and they're going to ruin that brewery because they're going to just want to make, Airheads fucking,
Skittlebrow John.
Yeah, Skittlebrow. I mean, when you go and look at like the cases of beers now are crazy. All the 4-packs are over $20.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It is absurd.
Like, I don't give a fuck if they're a pint a piece. Like, I'm not paying $20 for 4 pints of beer that tastes like goddamn gummy bears.
Even like, the shit, from Baltimore that I'm seeing in the stores, like they come in 4-packs or, regional breweries.
Totally.
The 4-packs are like $18. And I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, just make a normal beer. Like, the problem is, and I get it, the new beer buying consumers want sweeter things or want things that don't taste like beer because they don't like the taste of beer. It sucks. You gotta go with the times. People like White Claws.
I'm getting a fucking tall boy.
Yeah. I don't know. It sucks.
I think even the seltzer market is a little too saturated.
Oh, without a doubt, because everybody was pivoting to seltzers because that's what the kids that drink these days are drinking.
But also they're very cheap.
And that's perfectly fine. But like all the wonky, goofy fucking candy beers and shit, like who drinks that garbage?
Pansies.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like are there people that like really want to like, I can dig being a beer connoisseur who wants to try different things, but you're not going to be like, I can't wait to drink this new fucking, you know, I don't know, snickerdoodle.
Mango chutney.
Well, no, like it's all candy bars and candies and what's the Atomic Warheads? That's like a real, you can buy Warhead beer. Like, you know.
I like sours.
But it's Atomic Warhead sour. You know what I'm saying? Like
super sour.
It's literally, they've licensed the name Atomic, like it's the packaging of the candy on the beer.
I think that's a weird one too, because I consider that to be like a 90s candy.
Right.
I don't know if the kids these days are eating the Warheads, but you know,
millennials have enough money. They don't have enough money for a house, but they have enough money for a for a 4-pack of beer to numb the pain of not being able to fucking buy a house. But you know, I don't know. It just sucks. 127 years in the game, and you get bought up by a conglomerate, and then they did what everybody was afraid that was going to happen. You know, and the people that owned it didn't give a fuck because they were just like, hey, we're going to make money.
They probably they probably did what Tribune did and like loaded all of their debts onto Anchor.
Oh,
yeah. Oh no, we're in debt.
Guess we'll have to file Chapter 11 with 8 businesses rolled up into this one. Yeah. So that's a bummer. It sucks. Like it really sucks. Because literally it was like one of the first, if not the first, like well-known
craft breweries.
You know, it wasn't just a German based, you know, regular kind of lager.
Yeah, I love Anchor. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Anchor Steam beer was good.
We should go get 6-packs and hoard them.
Yeah. Just like everybody did with Pikesville Rye. In worse news, Burger King Thailand has unveiled its latest meatless offering.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what it is? Have you seen this on the Facebook page?
No.
Let me find a picture of this for you then.
In Thailand.
No, it's not what you think. Trust me.
Right. Well, that's why I'm saying the words Thailand over and over, because it's like, what could it be? Meatless pork belly. I don't know. A meatless bao bun.
Okay, think of a burger that's meatless. Let's find this
squid octopus
fucking picture for you.
Ground chicken, larb guy, tom yum.
Damn it!
I'm just naming Thai dishes at this point. Pad Thai, meatless beyond pad Thai.
I'll give you this. It's a cheeseburger.
Oh, it's just cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what it looks like?
I remember now. I remember seeing this in your Facebook group because somebody made the comment that it's easier to buy this thing than it is to go buy cheese at the store. Yeah.
So this is the picture that they have on.
Have you counted how many pieces of cheese this is?
I think it's 20 slices. Yeah.
With no sauce or meat.
No. And this is actually a really good picture of it.
I was going to say, it looks very well done.
Some of the other pictures I've looked at, it just looks like a sweaty mess.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, because those cheese pieces weren't touching each other and they're not sweaty. But that looks like it has cheese sauce on it, too.
Oh. Yeesh.
So it looks like 20 slices of cheese and then a cheese sauce, the real cheese burger.
I think somebody heated that up.
It's just a block of fucking cheese.
Yeah. Okay, so...
their dairy council must have had too much American cheese. Said, no, we have too much American cheese. And they're like, hey, Thailand will take this shit.
So Taco Bell has vegan crunch wraps. McDonald's has been doing, as we talked about, the plant-based McNuggets. So going meatless is like the thing, and everybody's trying it. Burger King has done Impossible Whoppers for a couple years now. But this week, Burger King Thailand unveiled a meatless burger, which isn't a burger. Cheese. It's just it's called the Real Cheeseburger, made of 20 slices of American cheese on a bun and nothing else. The item was dropped on July 8th, along with a social media post saying, "This is not a joke. This is for real." So
how much is it?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. The burger, quote unquote, is currently, it sells for 109 Thai baht, or about $3.
$3 for 20 pieces of cheese? Like, you can't even get that at the supermarket.
But it's their version of American cheese. So it's just like...
Whatever. It's probably better than ours.
Well, I mean, shit, buying singles is expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
16 of them is like $5.
So gross. Who buys singles? It's disgusting.
I hate it when they're individually wrapped in cellophane. It's so disgusting.
So gross. So it went viral, and everybody wants to try it.
No.
So
you don't.
Okay.
You can make this at home. I guarantee it.
If 20 pieces aren't enough for you,
according
to the brand's Facebook, according to the brand's Facebook book, Facebook
book,
for 20 Thai baht or about 58 cents. Guess how many you can add to it?
15.
2.
2.
It's one. It's like
it's the real cheeseburger XL.
It's 1/6 of the price. It's actually more than that. It's 1/5 of the price.
2.
Pretty much. 2 slices.
Going crazy right here.
Some people who have tried it said, I love me some cheese.
I love me some cheese.
But it's a little too much. One person said, quote, it was as revolting as you thought it would be.
I would like the mouthfeel of biting through 20 slices of cheese at once, though.
Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, you've never done anything like that?
No.
You've never bought like a pack of cheese when you just...
No.
I've done that before.
Sorry, no.
Well, actually, I've never...
No.
I've never bought a pack of cheese and bit it. I've taken a couple slices of cheese and folded it till it's a stack. And then into that. Yeah. It was like 20 though. I was also like 19 and high, so do with that what you will. They said it was dry, a shock to the digestive system, and literally 1,000 calories worth of unnecessary processed cheese.
Jesus Christ.
Reporter Eric E. Cerbano wrote in his review for Lifestyle Asia, quote, that's another thing. For something called the real cheeseburger, it's nothing real about any of the cheese here. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, so that we don't have to go into it anymore. It's just cheese.
Cheese.
So, what's for dinner apparently.
Cheese.
Like, what's funny is this is like one of those things that they can get away with for like 2 months, right? And then they just stop it and just rake in the money because all they just did was spend for cheese and buns, which costs nothing to them.
Right.
Because everybody wants a picture of it on the gram or on TikTok to, I tried that viral cheeseburger.
Yeah. Somebody with 1 million followers on TikTok like flew to Thailand to get one of these cheeseburgers.
Have you seen the new video that's been going around about, I guess she's on TikTok and you can send them money while they're on TikTok or send them foods, but you got to pay for the foods. And she's like, so good. Lollipop, lick. And while she's doing it, she's got a hair crimper that she's heating up one kernel of popcorn at a time. And when it pops, she's like, pop, chick, lick, love it. Thank you. And she doesn't stop doing things. And I felt like I was having more of an aneurysm than when I got vertigo. I'll send it to you. It's fucking the end of civilization.
Yeah, there's a lot of that online where people pay money for people to do weird fucking.
But it's not like maybe it's a fetish to them, but it's
definitely fetish adjacent. I mean, it's gotta all be fetish adjacent.
But she's just got dead eyes, and she's got to be making bank because she just went viral a day or two ago, and everybody now is just posting videos of her shit. So people, I guarantee you, she's making bank. So good for her. But good grief.
Good grief.
It's just so weird what people will watch. And, hey.
I once watched a video of a person who took like 10,000 Skittles and sorted them. I was like, where's this going? What are they doing?
You know what? I can't say anything. I watch hours of videos of people taking old busted guitars and fixing them. So that's,
yeah, whatever. I should just take footage of me hanging shelves in my underwear.
I'd pay to watch that, actually.
That's what I was doing this afternoon.
Yeah, you missed out could have made that fucking content, homie.
Got to get that OnlyFans where it's just me like tasting whiskey, but in the nude.
Oh no, just in underwear.
No, in the nude, because you got to make it worth their while.
Oh, okay.
This is an actual real world example. There was a guy who called into a podcast that I listened to, and he was like, yeah, I've been doing this for 3 months and I don't know how to tell my wife because she doesn't know, but he made like $20,000 in the first 3 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah. For just like doing taste tests of whiskey
in the nude. Oh my God.
We're in the wrong business, John.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, they're making money, so fuck it. Like, I don't give a shit. Fuck tastings. It. Yeah, in the nude.
Yeah. Oh,
males really eat. That's what MRE stands for. Okay, so this is a story close to where we live in Baltimore, but it's interesting. I think this could be something that maybe the rest of the world or some places in America should do. Washington, D.C. bars will be open 24/7 during the Women's World Cup.
Oh.
Yeah, the Women's World Cup's coming up. Seen a bunch of commercials for it. Looks really cool. Can't wait for the United States to wipe up everybody.
Yeah, D.C. for obvious reasons is far more of a soccer town than a...
Why is that?
It's an international town.
True. Yeah. Yeah, true.
Baltimore is just a wannabe soccer town. Like, good God, I hate seeing these fucking douche bros like in their, Man U uniforms going to Slancha at 4 a.m. like,
what's wrong with that? Come on, let them have their
Shut
fucking
up.
fun.
You're from fucking Dundalk. Like, you don't know shit about fucking...
Hey, man, there's a lot of people
footy.
in the UK that like the Orioles. What's wrong with that?
Because the Orioles are cool. We have a cool logo.
Oh, what's wrong with Man U?
Nothing. It's just people glomming onto trendy shit. It's like they don't know fucking no. They don't have footy in their veins.
I'm a Wrexham fan because I watched...
Because you Wrexham?
Wrexham and Affexham.
Right.
Yeah. No. Have you ever watched that show?
What?
The Wrexham show?
No. I watched Ted Lasso.
Oh, so good. What is it? What's this show? It's the owners.
This is another segment of John Doesn't Remember Things.
Yeah, I know. Stupid. I'm sorry.
It's called
Welcome to Wrexham. It's about Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. Who bought the team. And then spoiler alert, they put money into the team and the team does better. And it does a lot for the city of Wrexham, which is in Wales. And
City of Wrexham?
Yeah, we've watched the first 2 seasons, and it's fucking great. Like, and actually, they just got relegated, not relegated, upvoted. I don't know what it's called. I forget.
Upgraded.
Upgraded. Is that what it's called? I know it's relegated when you go down, right? And then it's
denigrated, venerated.
Venerated. Yeah. Oh God, I'm sorry, UK people. They're all yelling at me right now. But yeah, you should watch it. It's really good. It's on Hulu, I think. Yeah, it's really good. It's actually very, very captivating, and they really put the city, the people in the city, as like vignettes during the shows, during the episodes. It's really cool to get to know the people of the city and how much they actually give a shit about the team. And then Rob and Ryan, who didn't know each other that well before buying the team, how they become friends, and it's really good. Anyway, the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup kicks off in a little under 2 weeks, with the first match featuring one of the tournament's co-hosts, New Zealand taking on Norway. That game will get underway at 7 p.m. local time in Auckland, which translates to about 3 a.m. in the United States on the East Coast. But there's good news if you live in D.C. Earlier this month, D.C. council member at large, Kenyon McDuffie, proposed the Women's World Cup Emergency Amendment Act of 2023.
We need to be able to sell booze at 3 a.m,
which will allow bars or restaurant within the district to stay open 24 hours a day for the duration of the tournament from July 20th through Sunday.
I like how they have to declare a state of emergency to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we just do this all the time?
Yeah, right. Oh, well, we don't want the other people to, only soccer fans.
Yeah.
Because they're known for their timidness. Quote, this event takes place every 4 years and is a Super Bowl type sporting event for soccer fans, McDuffie said, according to ESPN. Local soccer fans are expected to watch the 2023 Women's World Cup tournaments regardless of the hour. The 13-person council unanimously approved the amendment, and Mayor Muriel Bowser, not to be confused with Bowser from the Mario
Bowser
series.
the Koopa Bowser.
Yeah. Signed it on June 27th.
Speaking of state of emergencies, I heard that the Mayor Bowser actually is like ringing the bell about the apparent crime wave that's happening in DC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Apparently it's getting bad.
According to the Washingtonian, the council passed a similar measure for the Men's World Cup last December, although the time difference between DC and Qatar, where the matches were played, wasn't quite as drastic. Any bar or restaurant that wants to take advantage of the soccer-fueled all-nighters will need to complete an extended hours registration and pay a $100 fee. That will give them the official okay to stay open around the clock and to serve alcohol for 22 hours a day.
$100 to do that.
There's a mandatory booze-free break between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. every day. That's when everybody just
coffee and scones in between.
Everybody
those
just
hours.
passes out at the bar, of
Right.
course. Yeah, no one's going to drink between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. The participating bars must also display the World Cup extended hours permit, of course. The U.S. women's national team, who have won the last 2 World Cups, will start the tournament on Friday, July 21st, when they face Vietnam. That match and their second one against Netherlands will both kick off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but their third game won't take the field against Portugal until an eye-watering 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, they get a whole month of staying open 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane.
Well, I mean,
all you got to do is
be
$100.
clear. Like only the bars that are around H or U or whichever fucking avenue, and the one by that renovated wharf area, all the hoity-toity places are going to be open 24/7.
Of course they're going to do it,
like,
but
it's not worth anybody else's time.
I don't know. If you could fucking stay open and it's just party time,
if there
all
are
you gotta do is put on the fucking World Cup. Like, who gives a shit?
Any and all,
nobody's gonna be watching that goddamn thing.
Any and all known, footy bars are going to be open, of course, but like most places probably won't.
If you were smart, you would do it and just stay open till 4 o'clock every night.
Who's going to stay there?
I don't know. You pay somebody. I don't know. Dude, how many bars have you been at that when they close at 2, it's fucking packed on a Saturday?
Anymore?
It would be worth the $100 just to stay open to 4 o'clock on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, for $100,
4 weeks. Yeah, $100.
Yeah, Baltimore could never do something like this.
Fuck no! It would be riots every fucking night.
It'd be a nightmare.
It would. It would be horrible.
Fells Point would actually be on fire.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to the wine heist that I read about the other day.
What?
There was a wine heist worth $600,000, and I will tell you how this person fucking like MacGyvered their way in. It's a daring robbery. It sounds like a choreographed stunt out of a heist movie. A thief or thieves climbed onto the roof of a Venice, California wine shop, cut a hole through the ceiling directly over the storage area, then used a rope to lower themselves into the building.
So they Mission Impossibled it?
Yeah, but like you're like, oh my God, how did they do it? They just cut a hole in the roof.
Right. And then they dropped a rope.
Then after
they tied the rope to a pallet of wine bottles and pulled it through the hole.
After swiveling some of the security cameras to face the wall and covering the lens with a smile you're on camera sticker peeled from the door, this as yet unidentified robber made off with over $600,000.
Sounds like an inside job, John.
Rare and vintage wine. Oh, dude, it has to be. If you know where that sticker is to put it on the lens, if you know where the fucking cameras are, like, come on. Quote, we have cameras all around the interior. Many cameras. Owner Nazmul Hake told the Santa Monica Daily Press, quote, I'm a simple businessman. I'm a lawyer. I'm a simple caveman. I'm a simple businessman. I do not think like a criminal. I would never have imagined someone would climb down through the roof. That sounds like he's the one that did it, by the way. According to
we're all trying to figure out who did this.
When you say I'm a simple businessman,
not a criminal,
you're trying to make yourself look stupid. I'm a simple businessman.
I would never look at photos of girls that are underaged.
Yes. No, I'm a simple businessman, not a person who has $600,000 worth of rare. Like that's what a simple businessman doesn't have.
Oh, yes.
$600,000 worth of rare wine.
Thank God for my insurance policy that I have against those wine bottles.
Right? According to Hake, the perpetrator was in the store for several hours early on Saturday morning and stole more than 600 bottles of wine. That's almost $1,000 a bottle.
I mean, how do you do the daisy chain, like going from the roof?
I don't know.
Down to the vehicle or whatever.
Well, they didn't have cameras, so who knows?
Yeah, if they had several hours to get away with this, like that's a lot of time.
So they took all their Lincoln fine wines. I don't know who they are, and their entire inventory of Burgundy and Bordeaux wines. Which,
wow.
Yeah.
Also, per milliliter, like I would probably steal the rare liquors, not the fucking rare wines.
Yeah, where's your pappy at?
Right.
If you have it, Hake shared the surveillance video of the suspect's thief's vehicle on Instagram. It appears to be a white pickup truck that did not have a license plate. According to CNN, the burglar was seen wearing a black hoodie, a mask, and a baseball cap with a red bill. Fucking Boston Red Sox fan, apparently.
It's definitely the owner.
Yeah. Since the days, Hake and store manager Nick Martinelli have been trying to piece together a list of wines and spirits that are missing. And they've calculated that around 75% of their inventory was stolen. Some of those bottles included a bottle of Chateau Petrus 2016 that had a retail value of $4,500. A bottle of rare The Last Drop blended Scotch from 1971 that was valued around $6,000. And every single bottle of Giuseppe Quintanarelli wine. I don't know that. Yeah, so that's fucking crazy. It definitely was the owner, though, right?
Yes.
Like,
knows exactly where all the cameras are. I mean, I have to imagine the lights weren't on or something, or maybe they were. I don't know. This is dumb.
Once they compile a list of missing bottles, it will be sent to local wine buyers and auction houses in case someone tries to cash in on these stolen goods. Lincoln Fine Wines is also offering up a $10,000 reward to anyone who can identify to the Los Angeles Police Department to help them.
You know who also offered a reward to find the criminal who did the crime? OJ.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, without a doubt, it's someone with knowledge of the building or knowledge of the business. Because why would you know that they carry such distinguished bottles, right? Like, if I broke into my neighborhood liquor store, like, yeah, I'm sure they have like, the real top shelf shit, probably maxing out at like maybe $500 a bottle, right? Like, is it worth it? Like, do I go down and cut a hole?
Also, how do you cut a hole in the roof without it making like a ton of fucking noise?
Also, is the fucking building made of cardboard? How do you just take and cut a hole in the roof
with a saw?
But okay, let's seriously think about this for a second. Like, okay, if you're literally doing it like old school, like
yeah,
that's gonna take you forever.
Right.
Just
it's if a
you
little quieter though than the bandsaw.
If you're gonna use like a bandsaw's only gonna get you down 2 inches. Right? If you're using a Sawzall, okay, that's going to get you, 4 or 5 inches, depending on how big your Sawzall is. A roof is thicker than 5 inches. Like, you got to go through all kinds of shit unless it's just unless it's one of those weird, like warehouse places, right?
It might be something like that.
Where the top is just like aluminum or whatever the fuck. Like,
maybe it was a skylight.
That's possible too. It's we gotta put some Google alerts on this motherfucker.
But it couldn't have just been one person either, because how, like, you go down your rope.
Oh no, it's got to be a couple people. There's no way that. Yeah, how would you create a pulley system by yourself?
Yeah, it was a team inside job.
Or unless you just you go in through the ceiling, unlock the door, and then you're just packing up your truck the whole time.
That's kind of the way I would do it, probably. Go through the back door, but none of this going back through the roof bullshit.
Well, I guess okay, so that's another thing. If they went through the ceiling to get in, you got to know the code to fucking unlock the
to get out
security system. Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't just open that up. It sets off the alarm.
I would like to know more about this robbery.
There's also sensors inside.
Yeah, they got the laser sensors.
Well, but there's movement sensors inside.
The pallet of wine is like surrounded by lasers.
You have $600,000 worth of wine in your fucking place, and you don't have like security sensors inside your place? Crazy.
Look, I know people that leave out very, very expensive items of jewelry just like sitting out in their house.
Hey, my Facebook feed is full of people whose cars have been broken into because they left their golf clubs on their back seat constantly.
Not trying to victim blame here, John.
No, of course not. But hey, man,
do that.
That's not really smart to do in a city where things get stolen a lot.
Yeah, no.
All right, last and not least.
It better be good.
Costco is cracking down on membership car sharing.
Oh God, the real threat.
Yeah, I know. So to join Netflix, Costco is joining the membership sharing crackdown.
Yo, I got hit by that Netflix stuff because I share an account with my mom. And she called me up and she's like, I can't get into Netflix. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, did your Roku, like, did you deactivate it for some reason? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, she tried to reactivate the Netflix on her TV, and I got an email saying like, this Netflix account has been added to your household. And then I had to try to do it again. It like logged me out, and it was like, would you like to add another household to your account for $7.99 a month? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Chester Netflix came to your house and was like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't think your mother lives here.
No, she doesn't.
Jeez.
I've never made it like this isn't even. I mean, it's just me and my mom.
My mother has our Netflix account too, but she doesn't.
But apparently, like, if you want to take your laptop and I'm going to Scotland and I want to do Netflix, it'll be like, oh, we noticed that you're not at home. Are you traveling?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're really getting.
You got to move the account to your laptop for a couple weeks, and then
and then you put it back on your TV or some bullshit. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so stupid.
That's how Adobe does it. You're only allowed, like, if you have an Adobe account, you're only allowed to have your Adobe account on 2 computers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I have mine at work and I have mine here, and that's it.
Well, now I got to spend an additional $8 a month so that my mom can watch, like, Luther.
she can watch Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Totally. So Netflix caused a stir with an announcement that would crack down on password sharing. Now, Costco is implementing a similar approach when it comes to memberships. With 119 million cardholders, the chain is one of the most popular retailers in the country. And some of those millions are already taking notice of the crackdown at the self-checkouts in local Costco nationwide stores. Here's what happens. While the Warehouse Club has consistently asked customers to show membership cards at registered checkouts, they have not typically done so at self-checkout. The result, many non-members use self-checkout with another member's card. So, yeah, because your card has your picture on it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this became a secret and a not so secret hack to avoid paying Costco membership fees while still enjoying their deals. That's why recently shoppers have noticed that the chain is taking steps to fully enforce membership rules at self-checkout. There have been Reports of Costco employees asking shoppers at self-checkout to show their membership cards with a photo ID if the card has no picture. Yeah. So what they're doing is just being like, sorry, I see that you're not that person. Like, no, I was taller and shorter and also fatter and thinner and also another color.
What is a Costco membership? Like $55 a year?
I don't know.
What the fuck is Costco missing out if somebody else is coming in and spending more money on behalf of this other person?
Which is crazy because out of all the places, like I have a BJ's card, and during the pandemic, that place was fucking packed.
It was, yes.
Every time I went, because people were just stocking up, right?
Yep. We were too, and we were buying like TVs and shit. We were like, and
I'm assuming the same
things.
thing was happening at Costco. You know,
but still, they're not missing out because somebody else is buying things at Costco.
Well, do you want to know why they're doing it? In an official statement, Costco says the move is to stop non-members from reaping membership benefits. Quote, "We don't feel it's right that non-members receive the same benefits and pricing as our members," the statement says. Costco adds that it's able to keep prices as low as possible because membership fees offset expenses.
No, they don't.
Expenses. I mean, not really.
I mean, $55 a year times 118 million people. Like, I don't know if even 1 million of those people is using somebody else's card. Like, okay, they're missing out on $5 million in membership, but like, they're still selling their stuff.
It's a $60 fee.
60. Okay.
Yeah. So they're getting sick.
Yeah, over $500 million in membership fees per year.
Yeah, over $500 million. It's almost $700 billion.
And I guarantee you, there is a 2-digit percentage of people that have a membership and don't fucking use it. Like,
right?
They'll go maybe once a quarter. There are families that go all the time.
The only reason I have a BJ's card is to save on gas.
Right.
That's the whole reason I have it. Like, I go to BJ's no shit like maybe once a month.
Right, but even over the course of the year, if you're not saving $55 in goods, you're not saving $55 in gas. I can guarantee that.
I think I am.
I mean, maybe over 50 Phillips.
Shut up, Evan. I think I am.
Okay, I feel like I am.
Well, I mean, gas is expensive, and you know their gas is like 20 cents less than
20 cents
other places, and I get gas.
I use the Get Upside app.
It's 20 cent less than the Royal Farms across the street, so you know it adds up. Plus I do buy stuff from them, but I'm not one of those people that goes, you know, once a week or every other week. I go maybe at the most once a month.
We get all of our paper towels, toilet paper, cat litter, and I forget what else from there.
Yeah. So yeah, they're fucking jerks. So according to Costco's member website, there's a way to share a membership. Anyone with a card can bring up the 2 guests to the warehouse each visit.
Okay.
Keep in mind that purchasing items is exclusive to Costco memberships. So you can take people with you.
Right, and they pick out stuff, but you're the one who has to buy it.
Well, no, you just use your card. You have to be with them. Mm-hmm. So you can stand there at the checkout and somebody runs their shit through and you use your card, and then the other person runs their cart through and then you use yours. So, but that's not like, that's a pain in the ass. I don't want to go with my fucking buddies to
I thought
buy hot dogs.
Oh God, I love those hot dogs. Where this story was going was that they had like facial recognition.
Oh, that would have been insane.
Does not match card arrest.
I mean, it's getting there, right? Like,
yeah.
Dude, do you remember when I was like, oh, I went to the Oriole game and they have a checkout thing where you just put the items down on a pad
and it scans them or whatever?
It's I see it more and more and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The thing that's hilarious to me is there's so many people that go to Camden Yards and they're like, yeah, I buy 4 things, I pay for 2. Sure. Because they're like, I just put 2 things down on the pad.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything to me.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck the stadium authority.
Fuck this dumb shit. I'm not paying fucking $9 for a hot dog. Fuck you.
Yeah, I went to the movies this past weekend and I got a regular popcorn and a hot dog and it was like $18. Oh, God,
so fucking awful.
It was a good hot dog though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Oh, okay. This is the end of the show.
Okay.
I will end it with this. Last week, Leanna got a wild hair up her ass and was like, "Hey, let's make Chicago style hot dogs." And I was like, "Oh, well, I got to prepare for that." And she's like, "What are you talking about? All you got to do is," and I'm like, "No. Do you know where to get sport peppers, my friend?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "The peppers that are on the thing." She's like, "It's not that important." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." But I did it. I instead of sport peppers, which nobody had, I went to 4 places. I did sliced up pepperoncini instead of the sport peppers. Celery salt, the whole rigmarole. And I used regular relish instead of that fucking neon green shit. I forgot how much I really like fucking Chicago style hot dogs.
That poppy seed bun is key.
I didn't have the poppy seed bun. I did put poppy seeds. I put poppy seeds on the top. I just did a split top roll, and then mustard, hot dog, one side relish, one side tomato, pepperoncini, the celery salt, and the poppy seeds. Good grief. What a good fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
Like it's a pain in the ass.
I'm into hot dogs. I haven't had them in a long time. Then I had like 2 in the last couple of weeks. And I love a good hot dog.
Look up the place Japa Dog that's Canadian and just look up some of their toppings and they're the best. We did a Japa Dog day where we just kind of recreated for all of our friends, like different, like we just had topping stations for each thing. Like one of the favorites was like Kewpie mayo, seaweed, and Bonito flakes. Fucking hell, it's so good. Like,
because the Bonito gets all wavy.
Yeah, it gets all wavy and fucking weird, like the hot dogs moving and shit. But yeah, Japa Dog, really good. Like my dream since I've been probably in my late 20s has just been to literally buy a hot dog cart and then just have really fun hot dogs and sell hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. Go out Canton Square, like late night, like sling some hot dogs.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. And I think like that until I see places like Stuggies, which I went past there yesterday and there's one person inside. And I'm like,
well, that's because Stuggies is fucked out. And like, I like their product. They
always kind of were.
I like their product, but to get a dog that has like kimchi on it and like a sriracha mayo, $16.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm never coming back here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it, everybody. One day we'll have my hot dog cart. One day.
Retirement.
Thank you for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week. If you are listening on iTunes, please give us a review and rate us. It really helps bring people to the to our podcast who don't hear of us, because that's how their algorithm works and it helps people see us. Same thing if you're listening on Spotify, just, like the podcast. And wherever else you're listening, just, like it, share it, tell your friends, tell your pets, tell your neighbor. That little old lady who's by herself, she would like listening to us. She likes food. You know what I'm saying? So tell people that's how we get out there. We don't pay for advertising. Thank you very much. Also, listen to Evan's podcast, The City That Breeds. Tell him about the podcast.
Yeah, go to ctb.show. That's the web address for the actual show. This past episode, we talked about The Dial of Destiny. We all saw it. And we talked
did you? I haven't seen it yet. Shit.
It's good. It's fun.
I've heard it's good.
It's fine. It's too long.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I've heard it's actually just good.
It's just good.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that over Crystal Skulls.
Yes, it's much better than Crystal Skull. That's
awesome.
all I got.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Also follow me on Threads at City That Breeds is now on Threads.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be there in a week. We were talking about it earlier and Evan convinced me to fucking
You're going to be there in a week?
Well, by this time next week, I'll be on. I got to set my thing up and make my thing and
no, it's easy. You just download the app and then it just pulls all your info from Instagram.
And now I have to actually do it because if I don't do it tonight, somebody's gonna steal
your rude
steal my
cooking
name.
school handle.
Yeah, because fucking somebody to do it. Looking at you,
somebody's
John
gonna do
Roy.
it. All those people that want to steal your URLs.
Hey, I've been in it. I've been in it since the beginning, baby. I know what it's like. So thank you everybody for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. We will be back next week with a topic. And my name is John Hauser III. Don't yuck my yum.
Oh, and don't eat cheese on a bun. 20 pieces of cheese.
So yeah, you're not going to poop for like 3 days. Don't do it. So thanks everybody. Peace.
Bye.